Welcome to a new series called Half a Spray. These are bite-sized reviews of my usual bulky ones because I know not all of you have time to watch my full-fledged reviews, but would like some of the knowledge under 5 minutes. This is where we're at. This is highly inspired by my old series back in 2011 called 6 Cents, where I did actually a bite-sized review of Le Mall, and that was the end of the series. I quit right then and there. But I'm gonna try again. So this is Half a Spray, where I am going to follow my usual bulky, full-fledged reviews. It's just a small snapshot for some of you that really aren't interested in all the nuts and bolts of the fragrance. I also want to do a quick shout out to J Royal, fellow Canadian, which he basically excels at this type of video. 5 minutes, 3 minutes or less. His editing skills are just through the roof. Talking about that, he has started a new business in regards to editing videos. So if you need some help, J Royal is there for you. I'll put a link down below to his channel so you can check out his stuff if you haven't. And if he is viewing this video, you can definitely link down your business, how to contact you, so other reviewers can utilize your skills. So here we are. Hi, I'm Mark. I'm the host of the Robes 08 channel. This is 1 Million Privé. Right now, welcome to the initial launch of Half a Spray. You want an intro? I got no time for no intro. This is Half a Spray. Let's get into it. This is 1 Million Privé, a flanker to the original bestseller 1 Million that was released back in 2008. Well, it had a bunch of flankers before this one right here, Absolutely Gold, Intense, and the Cologne version. All basically piggybacking on the original 1 Million DNA. Well, this one arguably was the first one that strayed away from the original DNA. Well, back in 2016, the 1 Million DNA kind of wasn't as popular. So Paco Rabanne had to do something with this series, and that's where this came from. They kind of piggybacked on a different popular DNA, where we're going to get into that. Now let's get into your major notes, the major profile in 1 Million Privé. We're all going to be talking about cinnamon, tonka, and tobacco in a nutshell. Those are your three-headed monster in 1 Million Privé. So let's remind me of this opening. And the opening of 1 Million Privé, ooh, she smells kind of familiar, very gourmandish. Warm, comforting comes to mind. Really is a familiar territory, but the one thing that doesn't come to mind is, 1 Million flanker. No, it really doesn't. It really smells like what? Apple pie. Yeah, it gives me an apple, cinnamon, like apple here, cinnamon here. Everything else is just noise. It really is all about that gourmand apple cinnamon. And you can think of any dessert apple cinnamon. This is where this introduction is going. It really is a DNA that is highly popular. It's often imitated, copied. We have tons of fragrances that kind of smell like that, but that's only the introduction to 1 Million Privé. It actually has a little more tricks up its sleeve. So the primary note in this opening and throughout the scent is cinnamon. The cinnamon is your primary note, and it's going to continue to push throughout the scent. Now, once the tonka, the mirror, and the tobacco combo comes through, it turns from an apple pie vibe to an apple cider vibe. It starts darkening, it's starting to thicken up a little bit, and it starts kind of getting a little resinous, a little bit from the myrrh, of course. So it's an apple cider, and the tobacco itself, very thin. It's not a rough and tumble tobacco. It's almost like a hookah tobacco, like they say in the note breakdown, and I would say apple, like a flavored hookah tobacco, is bang on for 1 Million Privé. That's what it feels like. A very fun and playful introduction. Now let's get into the dry down of this sucker. And it turns a little more 1 Million. It starts pulling from its big brother a little bit here. So to people that are very familiar with the 1 Million DNA, they're gonna go, oh, okay, it has a little bit of that 1 Million DNA, but it's not as playful. It's not as crazy as 1 Million. It really is kind of refined, and kudos to the nose behind this one. Really well blended as a scent. So what do you get in the dry down? Well, it's the same apple tobacco cider combo that you continue to get from the heart. You get a little more tonka here. It's going to give a little more of a sweetness. It's vanillic qualities coming out. a little powdery here, but mostly it's giving out its vanilla touch. The cinnamon goes from prominent note to taking a little bit of a step back here, kind of sharing the spotlight with the tonka and the tobacco. I felt Privé still had that fun, playful DNA that 1 Million is known for. It's still there, it really is fun and playful, but it has a little more of a serious aspect to the scent, which I tend to appreciate. It has a more mature vibe. So let's get into performance. What do I get out of this one? 8 to 10 hours solid with average projection. Again, to note, if you go on other fragrance reviewers, and some of my subscribers are gonna say false, some people are not getting 8 to 10. Their longevity differs and their projection differs. So a lot of people, what they talk about is performance on this, that it's lacking. For me, really never did. Compliment factor on this one, very solid, very solid. These type of scents do well for me. And in Canada, these gourmand, very much fall, Thanksgiving type of Christmas type scent. This is right up that alley. Versatility. I wear this for fall, but mostly all seasons, winter, cooler nights in the summer and spring. It'll do well, but I can wear it casually during the day. I feel mostly nights though. I think as for age, I feel like anyone can wear this one. 20 somethings, this is your more mature yet still playful scent. 30 somethings like yours truly and older, we use this as a casual scent with a little more playful side to it, a little more gourmand, a little more fun. Now into the positive aspects of 1 Million Privé. The nose behind this one, his blends are simply outstanding and inclusive of this one. From top to bottom, it is well constructed. It's something that I really appreciate in a nose, is that I could see some development. I could see that the story behind the fragrance does work. And with this one, it is simply outstanding. I feel like performance for me was really good. Overall, just a solid release and basically a good breath of fresh air for the 1 Million lineup. Negatives to come through. Well, some negatives to come through: performance, and more performance. You have to test it on your own skin. Just because I say 8 to 10 hours with, average projection, it may not do that on your skin. Definitely try it before you buy. It does well on me, but there's too much noise on performance that I can't ignore it. The other thing with this one is it may not be unique. If you have a lot of these type of fragrances, it may not be for you just because you already got a bunch that can do this. And another thing is recent discontinuation of this one from what I hear, which means it's going to get harder to find. Samples are going to be scarce and testers are going to be gone. So that's one negative, is that you won't be able to try it out. And obviously it didn't do well enough to stay in the 1 Million lineup. So buy or pass. Is it worth buying? Yeah, with recent talks of discontinuation, this is your time. This is your time to get this at the lowest price that you can get it. I feel like stock is still going to be available online, depending on how many people purchase it. I still think it's got a couple years, especially for selling. So you should be okay, but after a while it's starting to get scarce online. It's going to start just jumping up in price. So it's either get it or get off the pot type of thing about Privé. So now, if you're interested in getting to know more about this scent, I do have a beefier, meatier, more robust Robes 08 signature fragrance review on this one. She's 30 minutes long, and I know why you didn't click and watched it, and you're watching this one. But I really did go in depth, and I destroyed 1 Million Privé, so go check out that review. Got half an hour. I also did want to spotlight one reviewer's comment, Daniel W's comment on my original 1 Million Privé fragrance review. If you are watching this little bite-size review, thank you for the support, man. You're the man. Thank you so much. And it's subscribers like you that continue to make me think I should continue to do this thing. So thank you so much. 1 Million Privé, you're done.